As I'm in my 40s and I've been single on and off throughout my life, and I haven't yet settled down married because I've never met the right person, I always grew up thinking that I'd failed in life, failed in finding happiness, and that I'd failed at fulfilling a part of my life. But I watched a really interesting documentary the other day where there was a large group of people on there, people in their 50s, 60s, and even older, so much older than myself. I'm 45, by the way. And some of those people had never even been on a date in their whole life. They never had the courage to go out. They never got on a dating site. They just never met anyone to go on a date with. Some of these people had never even kissed a person. They'd never had an intimate, encounter with someone. Some of them were still virgins. They just never met, they just hadn't met the right person to do anything with. Now, I always grew up thinking that after seeing a lot of my friends get married and settled down, that I had failed, but I knew deep down I just never met the right person, and sometimes that happens. But I don't think I'm unlucky because I have experienced what it's like to be in love. I have been in several relationships. I've been in 2 long-term relationships. Although they didn't work out and there were points in them that weren't good, there were good points. There were points where I did feel good about myself, where I did feel a strong connection with someone, where I did feel that intimacy. And I'm very grateful that although the relationships didn't work out, I got to experience what love felt like. And there are some people in the world that don't even have that luxury. They don't have that luxury of going out and getting their heart broken because they've never been on a date. They've never formed that connection, that bond with someone. So, yeah, although things may not have worked out up until this point, I do think it's changed my perception on how I look at things because, not every married person is happy. I know a lot of people that are in relationships right now that they don't want to be in. Either they're tied to the person financially or they've got children together. Now, don't get me wrong, no relationship is perfect. It's not going to be sunshine and rainbows 24/7. That's just a fairy tale that isn't real. But when the bad points in a relationship start outweighing the good, then you really have to question, is that person right for you, and is the relationship still right for you to stay in it? So I just wanted to share this video because there's a lot of people out there that do feel like failures. They do feel, that they've screwed up part of their life and life's passed them by. But, you can meet anyone. You could meet your soulmate at any age. You could be in your 60s, 70s, go out, walk your dog and meet someone you've got this amazing connection with. It can happen to you at any point in your life. So don't feel bad if you are like me and, you just haven't met the right person. That's okay. Live your life. Fulfill your dreams. I've travelled the world. I got a job as cabin crew. I've been around the world about 4 times. I've seen all the gigs I wanted to see. I'm in the process of writing a book. I'm living my life. I'm not going to put my life on hold just waiting for someone else. So at least, I have had that connection. I know what it feels like to love someone and be loved in return. And for that, I will always be grateful. So if you are single, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't feel like your whole life's a failure and there's something wrong with you, because sometimes you just don't meet the right person, and that is fine. There's no shame in that. And as Judge Judy once said, it is better to be alone in life than mismatched with someone you're not right for and be miserable. So, being single isn't that bad, believe me, because being with the wrong person, is 100 times worse. I've been in that situation too, and being with someone you're not right with will just destroy your life. So if you have had that experience of falling in love with someone, great, I'm really pleased for you. If it hasn't happened to you yet, it will one day, trust me. And if it doesn't, just get out there and live your life as best as you can.